Forget your postcards, this ain't Paris. Alright, let's be clear, you're looking for a travel tip? Something different, something that hasn't been Instagrammed to death? Good luck with that. But maybe, just maybe, there's this place. Matera. Ever heard of it? Probably not. And that's the point, isn't it? This isn't your typical European jaunt. No Eiffel Tower selfies here, pal. No gondolas serenading clueless tourists. Thank God for small mercies. This place is raw. It's got teeth. It's got a story that'll make your hair stand on end. Or at least make you question your life choices. In a good way. Maybe. Think you're an intrepid explorer because you found a new coffee shop? Cute. This city, Matera, it's carved out of rock. Literally, people lived in caves here, not for a weekend camping trip. For centuries. Millennia, even. So, park your preconceptions at the door. It's the kind of place filmmakers adore. Why build a set when this exists? It's already perfectly distressed, perfectly ancient, perfectly weird. Like a dream you can't quite shake, or a nightmare depending on your mood. So forget the glossy brochures. This is the real deal, if you can handle it. So you make it to Matera, southern Italy, the Basilicata region, not exactly on the beaten path, which is probably for the best. The train might be late, or early, or just Italian. Part of the charm, they say. Sure. Then you see it. The sassy, sprawling, unbelievable. It doesn't gently introduce itself. Matera sort of sucker punches you, visually I mean. 1 minute, you're in a regular Italian town. The next, you're staring at something biblical. A cascade of stone houses, tumbling down a ravine, like God spilled a box of ancient Lego, and just left it there. The colors are all muted. Beige, ochre, gray, the color of time itself, sun-baked, wind-scoured. You can almost hear the ghosts whispering. If you listen hard enough. Or maybe that's just a local wine. Either way, it's potent stuff. This city, it gets under your skin. Forget your GPS for a bit. Just wander. Get lost. You will anyway. The streets are a maze, stairs going nowhere, alleys ending abruptly. It's like Escher designed a city. After a particularly long lunch, with plenty of that local wine. It's confusing, chaotic, and utterly captivating. Just try not to fall into the ravine. Let's talk about these sassy. Sassy means stones. Clever, huh? These are the cave dwellings, dug into the calcarenite rock. Some are simple caves, others are surprisingly complex structures. Homes, churches, even palaces, all carved out of the same soft stone. It's a subterranean world brought to light, or maybe a world that prefers the shadows. People lived here for thousands of years. Think about that. Not in fancy villas, in holes in the ground, sometimes with their animals. For warmth, they said. Sounds cozy, right? Like a permanent, dusty, slightly smelly slumber party. Modern comforts, not so much. The conditions were, shall we say, challenging. Overcrowding, poor sanitation, disease. By the 20th century it was a national scandal, the shame of Italy they called it, so the government moved everyone out, into new modern housing. Problem solved? Not quite. The sassy were abandoned, left to crumble. But then, a funny thing happened. People started to see the beauty, the history, the sheer uniqueness. Artists moved in, hippies probably, then the restorers, the boutique hotels. Now you can stay in a sasso. A very clean, very expensive sasso, with Wi-Fi and an ensuite bathroom. Progress, I guess. Or just another way to sell atmosphere. You think Rome is old? Cute. Matera makes Rome look like a toddler. This place has been continuously inhabited for something like 9,000 years. 9,000 years. Let that sink in. While you're sipping your overpriced cappuccino. People were living here before metal was a thing, before writing, before your ancestors figured out pants. They found Neolithic settlements here. Pottery shards, primitive tools. The kind of stuff that makes archaeologists giddy. Then came the Greeks, the Romans. Everyone left their mark, layers upon layers of history, like a geological lasagna. Except, with more suffering, and fewer satisfying cheese pulls. The Rupestrian churches are a trip. Churches carved into the rock. Hundreds of them. Some with Byzantine frescoes still visible. Faded saints staring out from damp stone walls. Talk about atmosphere. It's like stepping into another dimension, or at least a very, very old art gallery, with questionable climate control. Imagine the faith it took. To carve a cathedral out of a cliff face, with basic tools, in the middle of nowhere. These weren't people building megachurches for TV. This was raw, desperate belief, or maybe just a good way to hide from invaders, probably a bit of both. Either way, it's impressive, and a little bit terrifying. Section 5, the shameful chapter when life gave Matera lemons. So, this ancient marvel, this cradle of civilization. By the 1950s it was basically a slum, a national embarrassment. The sassy were overcrowded, families of 10 living in one cave with their donkeys and chickens. No running water, no sewage system. Malaria was rampant. Infant mortality sky high. Not exactly the stuff of tourist brochures. The government finally stepped in, declared the sassy uninhabitable, and forcibly relocated the entire population. Around 15,000 people moved to new, modern apartment blocks on the outskirts of town, with indoor plumbing and everything. Imagine the culture shock, from a cave to a concrete box. Progress always has a price. The Sassi were left empty, ghostly, silent, a monument to centuries of hardship and a testament to official neglect. It could have crumbled into dust, vanished like so many other forgotten places. Another sad story for the history books. But Matera is stubborn, like the rock it's built from. Then came the artists, the intellectuals, the people who saw beyond the squalor. They saw the soul of the place, the incredible, resilient human spirit. They started to whisper, "This place is special. This place needs to be saved." And slowly, painstakingly, it was. From shame to UNESCO World Heritage Site. Quite the glow-up, wouldn't you say? Section 6, Hollywood's wet dream, ready for its close-up. You know that look, that ancient dusty, this could be Jerusalem look. Hollywood loves that look. And Matera? It's got that look in spades. It's a ready-made movie set. No need for expensive CGI, just point the camera and shoot. It's almost too perfect, suspiciously perfect even. Mel Gibson filmed The Passion of the Christ here. Suddenly, Matera was Jerusalem. The Sassi became the backdrop for biblical suffering, and a whole lot of cinematic blood. The locals probably just shrugged. Another crucifixion? It's Tuesday. They've seen empires rise and fall. A film crew is small potatoes. Though hopefully they paid well. It's not just biblical epics. Wonder Woman used Matera for Themyscira, an island of Amazonian warriors. Makes sense. The place has a timeless quality, a mythical vibe. You can easily imagine gods and heroes strolling through these stone alleyways, probably complaining about the lack of good Wi-Fi. Even goddesses have standards, you know. The James Bond franchise also came calling, No Time to Die. Q-car chases through narrow streets, explosions echoing off ancient walls. The Sassi got a taste of 007's destructive charm. Hopefully they had good insurance. It's a strange juxtaposition. Secret agents and Stone Age dwellings. But hey, that's showbiz. Matera just takes it all in stride. Section 7. Real people, real food, more than just pretty stones. So it looks like a movie set, big deal, lots of places do, but Matera isn't just a backdrop. People still live here, real people. Not actors in period costumes. Well, mostly not. They run shops, they cook food, they complain about the tourists, just like people everywhere, except their front door might be 1,000 years old. And the food. Ah, the food. This is southern Italy after all, they take their eating seriously, don't expect fancy Michelin stars, this is peasant food, cucina povera, simple ingredients, maximum flavor, bread, olive oil, vegetables, the holy trinity of Mediterranean life, and it's damn good, pani di Matera. The bread, it's legendary. Made with ancient grains, durum wheat baked in wood-fired ovens. It has a thick crust, a chewy interior, lasts for days. They say it's the best bread in Italy. A bold claim, but they might just be right. Try it with some local olive oil. Simple, perfect. And then there's the pasta, orecchiette of course, little ears, often served with turnip tops or a hearty lamb ragu. Don't forget the pepperoni crusci, sweet peppers, dried and fried until crispy, like smoky savory potato chips. Wash it all down with some Aglianico wine, robust, earthy, like the land itself. This is food that tells a story. Listen up. Section 8. Beyond the stone labyrinth, digging deeper, if you dare. Okay, you've seen the Sassi, you've eaten the bread, you've dodged the film crews. Think you're done with Matera? Not so fast, Slick. There's more to this place. If you're willing to look, and maybe walk a little, up some very steep stairs. Consider it your penance for all that pasta. Across the ravine there's the Murgia Materana Park, a rugged plateau, with more Rupestrian churches, more caves, more ancient secrets, and stunning views back towards the Sassi, especially at sunset. When the stones glow gold, it's one of those moments. Makes you feel small, in a good way. Or maybe it's just the altitude. There are museums too, if you're into that sort of thing. The National Archaeological Museum with all those Neolithic knickknacks. Pottery, tools, bones. Proof that people have been struggling here for millennia. Comforting, isn't it? Or the Museum of Contemporary Sculpture. Musma, housed in a 17th century palace, art amidst the ancient stones. A nice contrast if you like that sort of thing. And then there are the cisterns. Palombaro Lungo, the big one. A massive underground water reservoir, carved out beneath the main square. It's like an underground cathedral, pillars of rock holding up the city. Ingenious, and slightly terrifying. Imagine being down there in the dark. Matera is full of these hidden depths, literally and figuratively, so keep digging. Section 9. So, you think you're tough enough? Your invitation. So Matera, not your average weekend getaway. It's challenging, it's confusing. It might even break your ankles. Those cobblestones are no joke. It's a place that demands your attention. It doesn't coddle you. It doesn't care if you're comfortable. And that's precisely why you should go. If you've got the guts. Forget the sanitized tourist traps. The places where everything is easy. And everyone speaks English. Where's the adventure in that? Matera is a journey into the past, into a different way of life. It'll make you think, it'll make you feel. It might even make you a little bit humble. A rare commodity these days. Go. Get lost in its alleys, eat its ancient bread, drink its strong wine, listen to its silences, talk to its people. They've seen it all. Don't just take pictures for your feed. Try to understand it. This forgotten city, this movie set, this miracle of human resilience. It's waiting, but it won't wait forever. Just don't come crying to me. If you fall in love with the place, and never want to leave. Or if you twist your knee on those damn stairs, I warned you. Matera isn't for the faint of heart, but then again, what truly good thing ever is? Go find out for yourself if you dare.